2019 Audi A3, most of your Audis are going to operate the same. More horsepower here, more horsepower there, different options, different features. But one of the things that is actually quite common among all their models with primarily all their owners, unless you've just been driving one for a lot or a long time, is going to be this. This can be as confusing as hell. How to control your multimedia, which actually is controlled here and shown there. Now, this is not a touchscreen, simply meaning everything that shows there, you're controlling here. Confusing. Perhaps I could be of help. The confusing part about it is there's no illustration, like there's no word saying menu, back. You know exactly what this brings up the menu, this is back. So that's moving you back to where you were on your information to where you were from where you are now. Of course, you can see here, flip up radio, pull down media, flip up map, pull down on the telephone. Volume control is quite easy. Of course, that's just turning on and up, twisting for the volume. And then you can see the arrows, which simply says push this one way or the other to go from song to song or station to station. Let's dig in here, because from the information you see, this can be twist, push down, moved back or forward, side to side, and you have two additional buttons here as well. Let's walk you through that. So we're going to do menu. If we hit menu, that brings up the main menu. Now, once you press the menu button, everything actually shows right up top here. There's your volume, sound, audio, media, telephone. Once you have that information, and all I'm doing, and you're going to have to take my word for it. Of course, I won't be able to show you both, because if I did it here and zoom back far enough so you could see the screen, you wouldn't be able to see the information on the screen. So all I'm doing is twisting to get to the additional information. So let's just say if I wanted sound. So I would take my pad here or my joystick, press down to select sound. Once I have sound selected, I can twist down to bass, press down again to select the bass, and then all I'm doing is just twisting to select the bass level. Once I have the bass level select, if I want to go back to my menu, press the back button, and that takes me back to where I was. Now, the thing to keep in mind with Audi is the two buttons off to the side. How do you know when those are in play? So if you come back up top, see this little area right here? So that shows you the one on the left is in play. There's not one on the right, so you don't have to worry about selecting the button off to the right. Don't have to worry about this one, but you can on this one. So I'm going to take you back up to the main screen, show you that. All I'm going to be doing is pressing this one to select that additional information to be found, which is right over here. You can see the three lines. Let me take you a little bit closer. So as you can see there, that's just telling you there's additional information, which you can see here. How do you access that information? On your gear selector or selector here, press the left button. That takes you into, now I'm going to press the back button, which I've already shown you. If I press the left button, that takes me back out to show me entertainment, telephone, device reminder signal, and speech dialogue. Also parking aid, so I can make proper adjustments on all those. So for entertainment, for instance, if you press telephone, it just shows you mute telephone. You can see ringtone volume, message volume. You can actually go in and adjust the sound for all your telephone. Now, if I come back out and press the back button here, I can go back down to device reminder signal. I can twist down additional speech dialogue system. And when I'm ready to go back out of it, I simply press the back button. Now, that takes me back to my menu. I can press back one more time. That takes me out all the way out to the main menu. And if I come down, I can select radio. I can also select media. Now, if I press down, selected media, audio player is selected. As you can tell, no external audio player. And you can see the additional box there again right here. all I can do this time is press there. That takes me, and I can select SD card, things of that nature, or if I have an auxiliary source pulled in, which I don't, so I'm going to scroll back. Now, see the plus over to the right here? I can press the right button, and that simply takes me over to my sound settings and my input level. So the key here is these come into play, you can tell by your main screen. You can see your plus here. You can see your additional tabs here. Whenever you see those, then you can press your buttons off to the right and to left to select that information. That's where it gets a little tricky. Once you understand that, then you can simply understand how everything is operated from here and is shown on your screen. But your screen primarily will tell you when these two things come into play. Everything else, this is just taking you to your menu, your back button, and there again, this is your joystick. Press down, bump forward, backwards, move left, right, or twist to control that information. So hopefully that touch of information was helpful to you. It can be confusing, but dig in, stick with it. You've already selected the car, make the most of it. Go to your owner's manual if you need a little bit of new information regarding what's under sound, what's under radio, what's under media, what's under telephone.